change is a process, and we're trying to change the culture and the demeanor. And these kids really played hard. They were resilient, they had adversity, and they kept fighting. There's a lot of doubters out there when that ball got kicked off and ran back for the second half. A lot of here we goes, but not one kid on that sideline doubted it. Those defensive players were cheering for the offensive players, and the offensive players were cheering for the defensive players. And I really thought that our line of scrimmage was the difference in the game. So, appreciate it.
All right, we'll go ahead and open up for questions. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you. Where are we going? Right here, back there in the back.
Kirby, coming out of that touchdown by Carolina, was that the sort of mental toughness that you wanted from your team? How have you been sort of developing that? Because you said, here we go again. I think that was a feeling amongst the folks in the stands. How did you prevent that from spreading to the team?
Well, I don't know that you prevent it in that moment. I think you prevent that every day in practice when you're out there for stretch, flex, and you're walking through and you're demanding excellence. And I've really been hard on these guys, and that's not going to change. And sometimes they wonder why. They wonder if I'm crazy, but that's why. Because if I can make it harder on them in practice, when things like that happen, they tend to respond better. And I'm really proud of the way they responded.
All right, questions either for Coach or for Nick Chubb? Raise your hand. All right, we're going to go left side over here in the back.
Coach, is the plan still to rotate the two quarterbacks?
There is no plan right now. Right now we'll assess the tape. We'll make another decision. I'm sure all you guys want to know who's going to start the next game, and we'll start it all over again. Maybe you'll know by Thursday. Maybe you'll know by Wednesday. Who knows? We've got to figure all that out. I don't want to jump to any conclusion. I do think this. Both kids competed hard in the game. We struggled a little bit with the execution with Jacob in there as far as getting in and out of the huddle and communicating and doing things. But he's got some other strengths. So I'm really proud of both of them because I went to Grayson several times while Jacob was in there, and he was cheering for Jacob. He wanted him to do well, and he knew that he was going to have an opportunity to come back in certain situations. So only time will tell. But I know this. There's a lot of good football players out there besides those two who deserve a ton of credit.
Right here, front row.
Nick, a lot of carries your first game back. First off, how you feeling? Second off, was there ever a time in the game where maybe you had some heavy legs and had to battle through that?
I'm feeling good. We got a chance to come out here, finally, play as a team. We worked hard in the season, and just to come back out here for my first time out here back with my teams, it felt amazing. And I took my mind off everything else, just playing for my boys, that I've been with for the past couple of years. And throughout the game, I felt good. Felt good the whole game. I didn't know where I was at any given point, carries or yards. It doesn't matter to me. If the team calls on me, I know the whole team's behind me. Great offensive lineman making holes, making room. Give me the ball. We have a great team.
Next, okay, right here in the front.
Kirby, just your assessment of Nick and for him to go 32 carries for 222, and then Nick, did you feel like this was kind of a statement of return for you, given that you had the long layoff with the injury?
Well, I'll go first. Somebody asked me if he was on a pitch count. I guess not. He did a great job. I think first you should give a lot of credit to Ron Corson and his staff, okay, because they really pushed Nick. And then the second is Nick Chubb is a special person. He's got great humility, great family, and he works so hard. Not many of you guys know what this kid went through when you're going out and doing extra taekwondo at night, early mornings. There's a reason why he was in the shape he's in, and it's because of the way he works.
Well, yeah, so a lot of things I went through to get here. And not only, I didn't do it by myself at all. Like I said, Ron Corson and his staff, my family, friends, Coach Smart takes me late night, keeping my head in it. And just my teammates, everyone, pushing me. And myself, I'm doing it for them. I get up every morning, work out, at night, taekwondo workout, a little track stuff with the track team. And it wasn't for myself, it was for my teammates. 10 months ago, I was injured. It was bad. Never been in that position. I was down, a lot of pain. I could have done two things: just laid down there and never got up. But what I did, pushed myself. I had a lot of support from everyone around me. In this game, I wasn't out there by myself at all. There was a lot of other guys out there with me. Allow this type of performance, and I'm just proud of everyone. I'm glad to be a Georgia Bulldog. I'm truly blessed.
Right here in the middle.
Coach, you mentioned the line of scrimmage, both comments about both DL and OL, especially a lot of big holes for Nick and all the running backs.
Yeah, they did a great job up front of being physical. You know, we told them that's our identity, and if we came out of the game with that identity, then I'd be comfortable. And I mean that, regardless of the score. You know, I had a lot of thoughts about this press conference and thought, you know, what if things don't turn out right? I just knew if we dominated the line of scrimmage and we were more physical than them, that the scoreboard wouldn't matter if we never quit. And the kids kept fighting, and they won the game up front. I mean, they really did, because our ability to run the ball was the difference in the game.
Okay, we'll go right here.
Coach, so coming back from a 10-point deficit in the third quarter, how do you think that this game serves as a source of momentum as you continue on towards the rest of the season?
I think it shows two things. A, we got to work on kickoff coverage. All right. B, we got to continue to improve all special teams. But it shows that these kids will never quit. You know, they got to push. It's going to happen again. You know, teams, especially in our league, are really good teams. So we're going to have those situations come up. Sure, we want to build on it, but we got to be careful too. This is one game, and we can't fall in that trap.
All right, far left over here.
Coach, can you talk about Brian Herian and the job he did?
I tell you what, tears almost came to my eyes when that kid had that touchdown run, because a lot of y'all don't know how far he came. I mean, he's sitting in his second semester. He's got to make 4 or 5 A's to even be eligible. Had a great relationship with him from Alabama. We thought he was a really good player when I was over there. And I was like, just hang on. Don't sign. Just wait. We'll be there for you if you can make your grades. And for that kid to come as far as he did, get thrust into the limelight, and go out there and do what he did, it's really special. And he's got a lot of improving to do. He's got to improve on his protections. He's got to improve on his ball security. But he's certainly got 2 great guys to learn from. So I'm really proud of Brian.
Right here, Mark.
Kirby, the experience of being in game as a head coach for the first time, was it about you expected? Were there any surprises, and to get a win over a ranked opponent in the first game now, what does that mean for you?
It's a great feeling. It's one game. And to be honest with you, how I felt, it was really weird. I mean, you know, comedy of errors, flipping over on the headphones, trying to figure out who I'm talking to, because I didn't have to do that before. That was different, you know, trying to find special teams. Not feeling like I'm coaching my players, because I've always thought that was my best asset, to go coach the players. And try to stay really positive and not get down on the guys. And so it was a unique experience for me that I'll build on and learn from.
Nick, given all the build-up for this game, with you coming back and the new coach and everything, how important was it to win? I mean, did you feel like it was a must-win game?
Not necessarily a must-win game. I know we prepared, you know, in the off-season and in fall practice. You know, every day the coach demanded us to work hard, and at any given time, you know, just give our all, and that's what we did. We worked really very hard. All our team we brought into the new system, and we prepared for anything that was coming at us.
Right here in the middle, 2 on the left.
Kirby, just how pivotal was Roquan Smith's safety, and how that kind of set up the rest of the game?
Well, I mean, that's the loudest I've ever heard it. I've been in this stadium a bunch of times, and I thought that was the loudest I've ever heard it, and it's pretty impressive. You know, who could deserve it better? You're talking about a guy that works so hard and buys into everything we preach. I mean, he practices faster than he plays sometimes. I mean, he literally does. He loves the game of football, and everybody told the kid he was too small. And all he's done is overcome that. I thought that momentum change was great. He saw something, bid on it, and attacked it. And there's a big swing in the game to get the momentum back our way.